for a walk. Or get your mats if you want to do some stretch outs. Stand up if you're walking in place. Line up if you're walking wall to wall. Get your chair if you're going to do chair exercises. Get your weight if you're going to do weight exercises. Jump on your bike. Start your treadmill.
Power on. Move.
They cut me up until I'm just a nose. Trust and believe, honey. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, thanks for coming on the walk. Thanks, FB. I don't be mentioning FB too much because I ain't live there. I just upload. But YouTube, loving you, loving you, loving you. I love the comments. I don't get any FB comments. But FB is friends and family. I have been trying to get them to exercise and do stuff for a long time, so they're like over me. I think I have Diane and Yvonne, and I put stuff on Reels, but that's FB. This is government. It's very limited in the circulation. You know, you have to have all these friends, but all these friends are dangerous because a lot of them can be scammers, but you gotta have thousands and thousands of friends. And it's a lot, y'all. Like, comment, share, tell uncle, tell auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend to exercise with me. And subscribe. Hey, thanks for coming on the walk. I'll read your comments after our first 20 minutes. Oh, let me get this out the way. My back is feeling fantastic and wonderful. It is stronger every time after this 40-minute walk. My back is stronger. Downside is I'm waking up 3 o'clock in the morning starving. So I'm not eating enough after I do the walk. So I gotta take care of that. But other than that, my back, my body feels so good. So, because I have to make a compromise with myself. Compromise myself. So, we're going to do this 40 minutes until the end of May. And then we're back to 30. Yes. Yes. Now the topic of our walk is stop giving y'all stuff away. Yourself away, your thoughts away, your energy to these people. You are what's right for you. Now I came from a cult. I sat in that pew. They told me, don't trust, let my right hand trust my left hand, all kind of dumb shit. The right hand and the left hand working independently. Come together when they need to. But that's not what cult teach. There's something wrong with the left hand, and there's something wrong with the right hand. Ooh, millennials, please stay off those pews. Now, I know some of y'all won't because that's your life. But if you come to your own consciousness at some point, get away from them. If they can't take care of themselves, how real... Love yourself. Trust yourself. I was taught that too. I kept saying, when I was at my grandmother's cult, I kept saying, what do you mean? Don't trust my eyes. They say don't believe what your eyes see. So now that's why y'all think y'all got a hold of it. No, I'm stuck with these glasses. I've been trained that my eyes is fucked up. And these hypocrite oath doctors, that's just in their line. They ain't gonna tell you. Only to me, only these European Africans, they always got the best eyesight. Of course, their eyes are blue. Trust yourself. Do you? You can't be held to someone else's standards because you don't know what they are. You only know what's going on with you. Trying to love someone? Here's the someone right here and you don't even take time to love it. Not me. I ain't talking about me. I love me. Honey, I say the Ho'oponopono all the time to me. I'm sorry. What? Sorry. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Because I always forgive myself. Y'all going out there looking for forgiveness for other people. That's impossible. It's impossible. They have their own life. Did they even know what was going on? Your two orbits. You may have bumped into each other, but that's it. You see how I'm starting out? Now it's up here. So, I must be leaning over my hip. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Had to get rid of that pain. I had to put some oxygen in some spots just in case it's oxygen. See? I be checking me out all the time. But love yourself and exercise. You say, I don't want to exercise. I don't want to do this. Then when things go wrong, just remember you didn't want to do anything to move the blood. Nothing. I remember when I worked with the mentally challenged. Every day they woke up. There was no plan for them not to wake up. They didn't know how horrible the world is because they weren't taught that the world was horrible. They just knew that they were here and it was here. They ate when hungry, some was greedy. But every day they woke up and moved. Well, we had to help them move, encourage them to move. And here y'all are, studying the Book of the Dead, not wanting to wake up. This earth and the universe is finna take care of y'all because the universe is about life. It's not about dead. And y'all stuck on all these things with Book of the Dead. You're insulting nature. You're insulting the universe. Sea creatures, other mammals, they wake up and live. Man, with his cults and his poison, encourages you not to want to wake up. Someone asked me, they said, Vicky, you don't see yourself how other people see you. I said, of course not. If I did, I wouldn't get up in the morning. I'm to assume that they like me? I ain't doing that kind of assuming. I ain't doing that kind of assuming. No. Be good to yourself. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. You can even entertain yourself. Only you know what you want. Only you know what you need. Everybody else puts the poison in your head. I told y'all yesterday. All the commercials that I hear is for some healthcare hospital, some lab, or something. Because it's important to get the image and the thing in your head. Because once you put it in here, it goes through here. They're liars. They're liars. Now, I'm not saying if you ain't in a bad accident, you ain't get banged up, that they ain't gonna help you. Yeah, they can help you. Then tell your body to take it from there and try to distance yourself from them as much as possible. It's all about money to them. It has nothing to do with life. Or one-uppings. Because they all from the secret society. Rectum bandits and their victims. Well, I got 2 more surgeries than Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy only had 3. Well, I'm going to go out there, get my cousin to see if he can get his patients, and then I'll... It ain't got nothing to do with you. Healing you. I done told y'all. Every 100 years, it's looking like. So they knew the COVID virus was coming. Because every 100 years, bam, you hit with one. And then, of course, they started making their own AIDS, you know, and cancer. Because they had that in the bottle, too. Yeah. So, don't ever trust the millennial because they go for the long con. The medical field, the pharmaceutical field, and the dentistry field was able to knock out hundreds of thousands of African American older group. Was able to get rid of them. They started 40 years earlier filling us up with antibiotics to kill our own antibodies. Ain't that some shit? Don't trust them. Don't trust them. They're not about life. Daycare can't get no relief. I know that's why I couldn't keep no steady job. I couldn't find daycare. Babysitters sometimes want to take them, so they don't. And now, folks trying to get out there and get their life together, nothing for the babysitters. Printing money for a war. Ukraine got it. The British Israeli country got it. But no health care. I'm sorry, no daycare. And also no health care. They're vile. They're vile people. And don't trust them. Don't trust anything they say. I remember this young girl I met in the Bronx, Puerto Rican, T. She was so cool. And after getting close, there was a little something behind her eyes, but I didn't know what it was. And come to find out, T had one of her breasts removed when she was 23. When I met her, she was 29. They said she had to see. So I said, what made you think that? She said, well, I had lumps in there. And I was like, you don't know how to maybe roll them out and give them a good massage? Because that's all it takes. She said, no, they told me it was cancer. So I said, well, have you been for any treatment since then? No. I lost my job. I had no coverage. Then as I get to know her, sometimes she would cry. And she couldn't understand why they had to remove her breast. And she was sad before the breast removal. For some reason, she thought that would make things better for her. And she found a butcher. Because that's what they are too. Butchers. She found a butcher to lob it off. Well, she was Puerto Rican. Just like they do Africans. African Americans. That means nothing to them. You live to see tomorrow. They wouldn't give a shit. Millennials, love yourself and want. And want. You know how long they've been trying to take my daughter? But I know it's a gland and I need it. I'm not an asshole. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. You do know what's best for you. Free yourself. No. Get rid of the Book of the Dead. Toss it out. Because the universe and the earth is about living and growing and changing. And the Book of the Dead deals with matters when you're dead. But you ain't dead now. I'm telling you. Be good to yourself. Love yourself. You know what you want. You know what you need. And when we come back, I want to talk about vitamins and supplements. Because y'all getting caught up in stuff that you wasn't taught to eat right. With me and my daughter, it was a fight. Every vegetable was a fight. Even from the little baby cans. So I just started giving her Flintstones vitamins. I started her with supplemental. I started with iron. She had to have it. She wouldn't eat it. I had to get it to her. It looked like a dinosaur. She ate it. But I'm going to tell you about someone who unlifed at 22. And of course she thought that her mother never, she said the most she got was the lettuce and tomatoes from either Burger King or McDonald's. Her whole growing up with her mother. not a cooked meal, not a vegetable, anything. And as she got older, she didn't eat it. She didn't like it. She's not with us today. She was 22 years old. But we're going to talk about it when we come back. Whew. How y'all doing? This knee. Hey, thanks for coming on the walk. This knee. Whew. Here we go. Oh. Ooh, oh. Ooh. First 20 minutes down. Ooh. Oh, I was my nose acting like it was going to sneeze before I came out. So I brought the tissue. Hi, John Miller. Thank you, John. John said, I'm looking fit. Keep doing my thing. Yes, I am. Riley, you so pretty. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. Whew. Ooh, a few side stretches. Let's knock this out. So yeah, we're gonna do 40 minutes. My back is very happy. When I wake up in the morning, everything is saying, yeah, that walk was something. Ooh, we love that walk. You gonna do that walk again tonight? So, I compromised. We'll keep walking for the 40 minutes through to the end of May. Well, let me get you back to this lady. When we used to talk, I said, well, didn't your mama, mother, when I met her, she was 19 going on 20. Didn't you, have vegetables and different? Oh, no, we didn't like them. We didn't like one of just the lettuce and tomatoes in the burger. And I said, yeah, but don't you know now you're on your own? Don't you know you need vegetables for vitamins and stuff like that? Nah, I ain't never had to take it for. So, on the job, like once a month, used to have these get-togethers where everybody would cook. And everyone would be there telling her, why don't you try the salads? No. She didn't like cucumber, she didn't like none of that stuff. She just lettuce, tomatoes. So she would pick the lettuce and tomatoes. We found out she liked banana pudding. But she didn't care for bananas. So she didn't know anything about this potassium. So I remember we were working together, and I said, I eat bananas and avocados because we need potassium for the heart. She said, oh, I don't like them. I only eat bananas if it's in banana pudding. I said, but body needs more than that. Yeah. So, we learned that she's expecting. And I say to her, I said, oh, congratulations. Now you have to start eating healthier. To her, eating healthier was putting more ketchup on the French fries. So, I talked to her, I was like, oh, you gotta go get your prenatal vitamins, and you gotta take your WIC, you gotta go get your milk, so you can drink your milk, you get your cheese, you can get your cereals with vitamins in it. And I said that for about 2 months. And in between, because she wouldn't go, I do my thing. You know, my thing is C, at that time, cod liver oil. So, I leave the job, but I'm talking to her. Did you go get the prenatal vitamins? And finally, 5 months of the baby not having anything more than vitamin C and cod liver oil pills and fast food, she went to the doctor and they put her on prenatal vitamins. So we started bringing her things. Like for lunch, I would make her something and pick her up, and we'd go by St. Mary's, this place by the ocean. And she would eat. Well, I said, just cucumber oil, no, I don't like those, what's this one? And just like that, I was like, it's good for the baby. Just put it between your teeth, chew on it and swallow it. You don't have to give it a review. So, she's going along good. She's about to have the baby. And so far, she's been away from her family. But now, because the baby's coming, she wants her family near. So she goes has them. I lost contact with her a little bit, other than through the job. You know, did y'all hear from blah, blah, blah. And one day I get a call. Da-da-da's dead. I'm like, what? What? She fell while carrying the baby in the subway. What? And then just like that, you ran out. The body, you doing all this, but you're not giving the body any nutrients. And then, when I finally did get to see a picture of her, what she looked like when I saw her, she's like 5'11" in height, but she was maybe only 140. She was smaller. Over the time and after having the baby, she got bigger. And as she said, I know she eats Chinese food, Burger King, McDonald's, Popeyes. She said that's all she liked. That's all she remembered eating when she was young. She didn't have the pot on the stove with the vegetable. No one sitting there like my daughter. We have to negotiate. Oh, I eat 7 peas. Well, I'm only going to eat 5 string beans. I ain't eating that spinach. Ugh, look at slimy. And we would go back and forth. And I would make her take as much down her as I could. Because by then, when I was in control, she had vitamins, she had iron, she had everything. But when you do too much of a pushback, after a while, even the parents say, okay, you know what? Do you. Do you. And that's what I found out later on. I knew what it was. Potassium is a very important part that's needed for the heart. And a lot of things you take, a lot of things you do, you don't have enough potassium. Even to this day, even today, I still take out a banana and tell my daughter to get that banana. I still whip up a pot of greens, magnesium, that's important too. Yes, very important. Because it's what your body needs, but you gotta focus on your body and yourself. Like I said, everyone calls you selfish until you succeed. And it's, oh. But your body, it wants you to succeed all the time. It wants life. It wants good health all the time. Not just little moment to moment or here or there. No. Body loves you all the time. All the time. It's not like people outside of you. Because it only knows your life. It only knows your life. Don't get swept up in the tide. Love yourself. Take your vitamins. There's multiple vitamins out there. You can just take one. But know that you need that. Especially if you're young and running around like I was. I mean, running around. I had 2 or 3 jobs. And none of them made nothing. Oh. Millennials, I have so much. I want to tell you so much I want to warn you about these adults. I warned my daughter when she was small. I said, listen, anything happen with a grown person, you come tell me. You can't deal with that grown person. See, when they'll blow you away. You come get me, you tell me. I'll talk to them. I'll handle them. You going about your business and be a child. Ain't that something? But it made me think, because this Raleigh, no, is it Raleigh or Dalen Rounds? They talk about it on the true crime circuit, because he was a young man that knew what he wanted from a young birth to get a farm. Him and his grandfather put in together, they got a farm. Took them 2 years to till, turn the soil and get everything ready for planting. And then Dalen disappears. They find him, his skeleton, years later. They found out that there was a homeless person living on his farmland. Now he's just about 18. This man was in his 50s. European African. Fear them. They are vicious. They're horrible. And they said Raleigh and him have been having an issue or situation. Why is Raleigh having an issue or situation with a 50-something-year-old man when he got his grandfather there? Well, y'all heard me say they found his bones, right? So I told my daughter, I said, listen, you ain't in no position to stand up to no adult. Anything happen with an adult, you come and you tell me, and I will handle the situation. And she can tell you to this day that is no lie. When she came and she told me, according to how the situation is, whether I carried it discreetly, whether I just went in with a machete, but be careful of the millennium. You 21, 22, 23, yeah, you grown. But I can tell you from experience, there are some horrible, vile 30, 40, and 50 years old. They got so much baggage, especially if they was on this penal colony for the most of their life. They've been told that they're special, that they don't have to follow the law, they don't have to do this, they don't have to do that, they can get away with anything. Remember, the secret society, honey, and the secret is the rectum bandits and their victims. Ooh, I'm glad I brought that up. Let me take a deep breath. Some state Supreme Court somewhere is debating the abortion issue again. They're debating how to control a woman's body. Now, I'm going to tell you an example of rectum bandits and their victims. It's all a power play to them. It's all a power play. It has nothing to do with the rectum. It's just power. Because you see, they get their anus dug out. So they have to be more. They ain't a woman. How do you prove you're not a woman? Step on them. How do you prove you don't have any African in you? Step on them. You see how they don't do nothing different? So a bunch of rectal bandits and their victims are deciding what women should do with their reproductive system. Y'all heard what I said, right? A bunch of men who secret society digging each other's ass, try to dominate one another all the time, has say over a woman's vagina. Ain't that some shit? But they gotta go along with it because no one tells. See, the secret society is don't tell you just had your rectum tore open, either being drugged or some other force. But you won't tell a woman what to do with her vagina. Maybe if you would report these rectum bandits who are assaulting you in your anus, you leave women's vaginas alone. But y'all too busy humping each other. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to decide about a woman's reproductive system. Can she have a child? Can she keep a child? Can she not? I remember when the orange slime ball and his bottom bitch wife was the executive warden. He had this committee. I wish you could have seen. It looked like a bunch of serial essays, masochistic, deviants, just creepy stalkers, window peepers. around that table. And they were there deciding what a woman should do with her body. That's the shit. Because you know what? If they wasn't getting their ass dug out, they wouldn't care what a woman does with her body. But having their ass dug out and not being able to tell, it makes them feel inferior. Because it is, a man on top of you humping you. He's telling you, you're my bitch. But you ain't gonna get back at them. You ain't gonna tell that a man S.A.'d you. You ain't gonna do that. But you sit your sore ass in them goddamn chairs and tell a woman what she's supposed to do with her body. That's the rectum bandits in there, victims. You want to see another group of rectum bandits? In the state Supreme Court, the Supreme Court wardens, they're going to decide if because you was once an executive warden, if you can't get away with everything. Let me tell you something. He's going to win. Because all of those Supreme Court justices hung out at Mar-a-Lago like it was the place to be. He filmed conversation, he taped conversation, and he filmed all them booty essays. He filmed all you sexual deviants in these robes of such upstanding and respect. And he's going to get off because the secret society's secret is, look at all those men on the Supreme Court. Their secret is, they're either rectum bandits or victims of rectum bandits. And I say they're mostly victims because the orange slime ball is the rectum bandit and he recorded everything. He the one dropped the dope, he did that. And under them robes, them fucking knees are shaking because they low lives. They're low lives. They are low lives. They're never going to tell that. What? He said, I'll release those pictures and they'll call you gay. Ain't no Supreme Court justice going to be called gay, even though they had their whole asshole dug out in an essay. So now they're deciding whether the executive warden is above the law. And when the law is keep your mouth shut and take it up the ass, then he's fine. Let him go ahead and run. If the law is, if I got pictures of you with your lips wrapped around a man's penis, you're innocent. You're innocent. He'll be back and running. Millenniums, these sexual deviants that has been running this penal colony since way before my life, my grandmother's great-grandmother, be aware, y'all. People who are into their own lives, they don't worry about what a woman does with her vagina. A man that's into his own life and his own thing, don't worry about woman's vagina. But a man being dug out and drugged and high in his secret society with his secret brother, his fraternity brother, they is quite concerned about the woman's vagina. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, what a man ever did with his vagina. I mean, sorry, with his penis. I heard that you cut it and pump it up and do all kind of things to it. But that don't concern me. And it don't concern me enough to do no law. But also, I ain't no fake and phony. I ain't no man being dug out of the ass and being a victim to these rectum bandits. I'm not that either, so I don't know. But if you want to see them, look at any Capitol building, look at any Supreme Court building judge, because that's all they are. They're in these secret societies. The secret is they're rectum bandits and victims, because the victims will never tell. But they ain't gonna say nothing about that. Squeeze your gut. Now up, not down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With good luck. Like, comment, share. Tell uncle, tell auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend to subscribe. Thanks for coming on the walk. I am sweating. Have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming on the walk.